Hello and welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Garth Allen. This is Racing News Now, and we are joined today by Jesse Love, who picked up his first win of the 2022 ARCA season on Sunday at Springfield. How's it going today, man?
It's going great. Working away and getting ready for Milwaukee this weekend.
Nice. So it's been a while since we've seen you in Victory Lane. I know you got used to being in Victory Lane a lot there on the west side, but it's been since what, October at Salem since the last time you were in Victory Lane. So just first off, what's it feel like to finally get another win back under your belt?
Good. We've been really close since then. Obviously, run second at Dover. Almost won Iowa. Had an alternator fail leading the race. Went to Elko, ran second there. Ran third at Berlin. Ran third at Watkins Glen. So I mean, it just seems like we ran, on the podium almost every weekend we've run. Just haven't really had the opportunity to go have a late race restart and take it away, or Dover, we were the second best car, and Elko, we were the second best car. We just obviously, like I said, needed a late race restart. So, and obviously Iowa won the pole there. We were a pole banner from Iowa, and just had a little alternator deal leading the race. So some stuff you can't control, and honestly, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't hard at times. Second guessing myself and other things, and just like it gets hard, man. But sometimes you just gotta know when to kind of go cold turkey and just kind of stay loose again, and go to the racetrack with a bunch of confidence. And I think that's kind of what set me apart this weekend.
Well, yeah, I mean, you went out and absolutely dominated this race, led every lap in this one. What was the difference for you in this one? Was it the car? Was it your dirt background? Was it a combination of everything? What exactly was it for you on Sunday?
Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head there, Garth. Like, obviously, I had a phenomenal JBL.com Toyota Camry all every lap all weekend, and I think that I did a good job as well of chasing the racetrack. Obviously, God blessed me with a lot of racing over the last few years to be in a position where I kind of know what to do. On a day where nobody really knows what to do, at least I feel like I knew what to do more than probably everybody else except Buddy. Obviously, it was really slick, and in some areas, and other areas really hooked up. And so about chasing the racetrack, I felt at times that I was going 5 miles an hour, like not even going anywhere, and we're checking out from the field. Me and Buddy were. So that's what you have to do sometimes to win these races, is kind of go slower to go faster. I was talking to some people before, and they're like, "How do you drive it?" And I was like, "Well, like I've been, it drives like a dirt 358 modified on iRacing. It's the weirdest thing in the world, but you get it a little bit sideways and you go way slower." So there's a balance to it. At times, it is faster to be kind of hung out sideways and on the hammer. But once it started to slick off, it was all about chasing the moisture. And I think that me and my team at Buddy Kofoid both did a great job at that. Growing up in California, having to race on sprint car tracks that were really hooked up and rough, and then having some slick spots from where guys spin the tires and drag their left rears when they're winged down. I think that was a characteristic of most California tracks, and that gave us an advantage.
Now I got to try a 358 modified on iRacing.
Very slow, yeah.
Yeah.
You go sideways, you drive it hard, and you go way slower. It's like you get in there on the straightaway wide open, then you go 50% throttle, then you're back to wide open. So it's a weird thing.
Nice. So with as much as you dominated this race, I feel like you've got to be going into DuQuoin as kind of the favorite now. How excited are you for that, and how much confidence are you going to bring into DuQuoin here in a couple of weeks?
A ton. I feel like that's something that I did a good job at this weekend, was kind of, feeling, a little bit confident the whole weekend, right? I think that's something I have to do this coming weekend, the weekend after that, especially in Milwaukee. But yeah, DuQuoin's gonna be important too. Gonna be hard to win there, like it always is. But I feel really confident myself, and I feel pretty loose, and obviously, like I said, confident. So I feel fine about it. Feel good. DuQuoin will be fun. Car will be good. So just gotta go do what we did this weekend, and should be fine. So right now, obviously, focus on Milwaukee. Try to go in there.
So let's talk about the last lap. You probably knew that was coming, or what ended up being the last lap. That's been a major talking point on social media the past couple days, the accident that happened there between Buddy and Bryce Hogberg. What did you see in that time period? Basically, from the point you came out of turn 4 until the wreck happened, did you see the 11 car at all in the dust, or was he like completely invisible in that?
Yeah, I saw nothing. So before that, me and Buddy were in pretty thick lap traffic. I think I had like an 8-car length lead, and I hit lap traffic and I couldn't see a thing. And Buddy kind of got within about 2 car lengths of me, and yeah, we couldn't see anything. Like I was like really going to go as slow as I needed to not leave the bottom open. And if Buddy would have wanted to try to drive around me, that would have been obviously his mistake. So I was like, I'm just not going to miss the bottom because then I won't lose the race.
Right.
And then down the straightaway, I ran the middle because I didn't want to leave the bottom open on entry. And I had obviously the good Lord above looking over me, because that was kind of luck of the draw there of not running obviously up against the wall. Because if I was, I would have destroyed him, and then Buddy would have destroyed myself as well. So yeah, thank God for that. Sorry, my alarm going off.
You're fine.
But yeah, Buddy couldn't see anything, which I 100% understand, because I couldn't see anything when I was behind lap traffic. So only thing I saw was when I was about a car length away, I hear Lloyd go, get low, and my spotter Lloyd. And at that point, I was already kind of out of line. And then I see Buddy go in there and destroy him. So that was pretty scary. I didn't celebrate at first because I want to make sure Buddy was all right. I've seen Buddy tear up some stuff racing dirt, in the last few years. I've seen him almost get pretty hurt, but that bored me pretty gnarly too. So I was happy to see he was all right, and he's one tough customer, and I definitely would have wanted to race it out with him. He was a childhood hero of mine growing up, so never want how you want to beat a guy like that. But at the same time, we let every lap put ourselves in position to win, and clean air's big.
Definitely. So with the dust issue, not being able to see anything, you having a dirt background, I assume kind of how a dirt track gets put together and what a good dirt track looks like and how it feels. Was there anything you think could have been done differently there to mitigate the dust problem? Could they have left it a little more wet from the rain, or is there not anything they could have done with that?
Go to an actual racetrack, not a horse track. I mean,
yeah,
we're going to horse tracks, and we expect to race them like racetracks do. So,
right.
If we want a dirt race, we can go to Eldora. We need a place with banking. That's why Knoxville doesn't well. Obviously, the dirt at Knoxville is better. That's why we don't have dust issues there.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't race well because it's not banked enough. So, got to go to a place like Eldora or Bristol, and we won't have any of these issues. Another alarm going off. I have to turn this off. So. But yeah, I think that's kind of the key is go find a dirt track with banking and actual clay, and there won't be any issues. But that was probably the best that I've ever seen in Springfield. It was dusty as heck last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was dusty as heck this year. The track wasn't dealt a great hand with the water or the rain that we had the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to obviously prep it the day of and got a little bit behind. But I think every dirt racer would kind of agree with what I'm saying right now. And as far as racing at Springfield goes, that was a good racetrack. It was technical. Mm-hmm. That's why the 2 dirt drivers in the field felt like a 15-second lead on third place coming to the checkered, and or what ended up being the checkered. And I think that it was rough and hooked up and had some slick spots and got really technical, and dirty air wasn't as big of a factor as it normally is. So it was fine racing, but definitely not as good a racing as we would see if we went to a banked real dirt track. No,
and I agree with that completely. I've said that many times that they need to go somewhere different if they want to go to a dirt track, and it always seems to fall on deaf ears. So we'll see if that ever happens. Lastly, Milwaukee coming up this week. You will be there. You were at Milwaukee last year, finished 7th. I'm sure not the result you were looking for last year. What are you expecting out of Milwaukee this year?
Just go there and do what we can to win the race. I think that we got our flat track package a lot better from last year to this year. Iowa was a place that I was terrible at last year, and I almost won the race this year. Dover was a place that was embarrassing for me last year, and I almost won the race this year. So hopefully it follows in the same pattern, and I know that I can do it. So I think that we got our cars a lot better. Shannon Rush, Kevin Reed Jr. and Senior, and everybody over there at Veteran Motorsports, Billy and Emily, everybody's doing all they can to make fast race cars, and I think that we're getting our package a lot better. So I'm just gonna go execute, and I think that we'll have a really good weekend.
Definitely. All right. Well, I think that's all I got for you. So, Jesse, thanks for coming on today. Always appreciate it. Congratulations on the win at Springfield, and good luck at Milwaukee this weekend.
Sounds good. Thanks, Garth.